Monday Night Raw was boring. This show was taped. However, I didn't look at spoilers at all, but I figured in the back of my mind it was going to be taped. SmackDown spoilers are out. I have not, I've looked at them, and, it is what it is. SmackDown for the next 2 weeks is going to be taped. So it was taped last week. It'll be taped this week, which is fine. So it is what it is. This show really wasn't that important. If we're being honest, it was quite missable. However, there were a couple of good matches on the show. That was the opening match and the main event. I enjoyed both of those. But everything else in the middle of the show was just nonsensical filler, right? It's just filler at best. Nothing more, nothing less. So we're going to get into Monday Night Raw from December the 22nd, 2025. So we kicked the show off with a backstage segment involving Austin Theory and one Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman and Austin Theory are backstage. So they have a quick little chat. So Austin Theory explains to Paul Heyman that he wanted everyone to let his actions speak for themselves before he revealed his face. Then Austin Theory says he takes now. And Austin Theory says he wants to take the opportunity to help out. And Paul Heyman tells Austin Theory that he finds that interesting. So it's fine. It's a quick little reason as to why Theory has now officially joined the Vision. It's fine. Hopefully this will get him over. I've been a fan of Austin Theory for quite some time. He did better under Vince than he has done under Triple H. Triple H, for whatever reason, does not like Austin Theory. I have no idea why. Austin Theory's jacked. He looks like a star. He's pretty decent on the mic, and he's really good in ring. So I don't know why Triple H doesn't like Austin Theory. I have no idea. Hopefully this can get Austin Theory over. It's going to take time, but we need an end goal for all this stuff. We need an end goal. Like, how long is the Vision story going to last? Going into next year, it should not last too long. The Vision storyline, I would hope it ends either at WrestleMania. If Seth Rollins can, be back by then, maybe they'll do Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. I think that's what they're going to end up doing, but we don't really know because the Rumble is going to be in Saudi Arabia, and Sami Zayn will more than likely win the Royal Rumble anyway, and he'll probably making that a triple threat match: Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker. So I don't know how they're going to go about with that, but it is what it is. So this was okay, I guess. Moving on, this leads us into the first match of the night. Asuka defeats Rhea Ripley. This is like her second or third time beating Rhea Ripley. They've faced 8 times. This is their 9th time facing each other. Match was pretty good, hard hitting. Asuka with her strikes, Rhea with her power moves and everything else. So really good stuff there. So Rhea hit a nice Razor's Edge in this match, which was great. So towards the end of the match, Io Sky and Kairi Sane came out. They brought up each other. This allowed for Asuka to roll up Rhea for the 1-2-3. So that's fine there. Who gives a damn? I am over this Kabuki Warriors Rhea Ripley feud. I'm kind of over this. Clearly, they need to set up like a fatal 5-way for the tag team title. For the women's tag team titles. Obviously, the Kabuki Warriors, Rhea and Io Sky. From SmackDown, it would be Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and Nia Jax and Last Legend. So probably basically a fatal 4-way. Who else wants the tag titles? I forgot it. It's another team in there as well too. Oh yeah, Bayley and Lyra Vaquer. So there's that. But do some shit like that, I guess. Moving on. This leads us into a backstage segment involving Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, along with Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman tells Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to take Austin Theory out in case he fails to carry out their vision. So that's fine, I guess. Whatever. Who gives a damn? Moving on from that, Becky Lynch shows up. She says that it's not going to be a celebration for Maxine Dupree because she's not my bad. She's not the legitimate women's IC champion due to referee corruption and the interference from AJ Lee. Becky says that she knows the fans are sick of the corruption like she is, and then she says she knows some powerful people and has the most powerful lawyers in the country. Becky says she went to Netflix herself, and they told her that she has to go to the Grand Rapids to take matters into her own hands. Becky says she's planning on doing just that because she's the greatest female wrestler of all time. And it's not just her saying that; it's Sports Illustrated. So Maxine Dupree shows up. She gets an okay little reaction. Maxine says that she and everyone else can hear Becky Lynch. While Becky Lynch may be the greatest of all time, she's still beaten her 3 times. Maxine says she knows Becky Lynch wants a shot at the IC Championship anytime, any place, ever choosing, but she'll still beat her. She says she'll keep training until her blood, sweat, and tears are on the mat. Then says while she wants Becky Lynch to admit that she's not women's IC champ, she won't. Maxine Dupree says Becky Lynch looks like someone who's afraid that her best years are behind her. So then this pisses off Becky Lynch. She attacks Maxine Dupree. For a brief second, Maxine is able to get out of dodge. She locks in the ankle lock. Becky taps out. She rolls out of the ring, and that was the end of the segment. This is fine, I guess. Clearly, this is going to set up for their big match at the January 5th Raw on Netflix, the first Raw of the new year, which is fine. Who gives a damn about this shit, really? Maxine Dupree is obviously going to lose, clearly. Becky Lynch should win hands down. I know people have pitched for her to go up against Stephanie Vaquer, but no, we don't need that right now. Becky Lynch being in the mid-card, to me, is fine. That makes perfect sense. We've seen her in the main event scene far too much. She was heavily in the main event scene while Vince was in charge. Now it's time for her to, take a back seat for a little bit, But it is what it is. Moving on. We go backstage. So Adam Pearce asks Stephanie Vaquer how she wants to deal with her problem of Nikki Bella and Raquel Rodriguez, since they both want her championship. So Stephanie Vaquer says she's going to take both of them on, and it's going to be a triple threat match, and it's going to be next week. So that's fine. Who cares? I don't really give a damn about this. Whatever. Moving on. Javon Evans defeats Rayo Americano. Didn't even watch the match. Javon wins via the OG cutter. So Javon Evans escaped the beatdown post-match from Los Americanos, which this is fine, I guess. I know Michael Cole said that Javon Evans is a free agent, but Javon Evans is not ready for the main roster, right? He's not ready. Like, why would you even consider him being a free agent. Like, if Javon Evans was like 24, 25, I could see that. But no, he's not. He's just 21. Let the guy stay in NXT for at least a good 3 to 5 years, at least, until he's ready, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that he can do in NXT still. So, yeah. Moving on from that. Nikki Bella shows up. She puts herself over. She gloats about being a legend, a Hall of Famer, former champion. She makes fun of Grand Rapids. She talks about rooting for the Detroit Lions NFL team. She says champions look like the Philadelphia Eagles or Ohio State. And then she promises to destroy Stephanie Vaquer next week and walk out new women's world champion. Who cares about this garbage? Bayley defeats Roxanne Perez with the help of, with help from Lyra Vaquer. So towards the middle of the match, the Judgment Day, they got involved, that being Liv Morgan got involved. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. So they got involved, stuff like that. So Bayley was in the corner. She got smacked by Lyra, which fired her up, and then she ended up winning via an elbow drop on the top rope for the 1, 2, 3, which is fine, I guess. It is what it is. Who gives a damn about that? I don't care about this. Moving on, Gunther shows up. He gets the same reaction he got last week. He gets on the mic and says that the fans shouldn't be mad at him, but rather John Cena, who tucked out like a little bitch. And then CM Punk came out. He had a brief stare down with Gunther, and that was it. Gunther ended up doing the "You Can't See Me" taunt and bounced out. Then he was met by Rey Mysterio on the entrance ramp. So there's that. Clearly, they're setting up Gunther versus AJ Styles for next year, which is fine. That's where this goes. Ultimately, I could see Gunther facing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42. That's probably where this will go. But that seems for something like more night one, like a co-main event, I guess. Because I don't even know what, I don't know. I'm not even really focused on WrestleMania right now because we got the Royal Rumble in like 5 weeks. So we got to see where that goes. But I guess this is fine, I guess. Main event of the evening, Austin Theory and Bronson Reed, they defeat CM Punk and Rey Mysterio. Austin Theory gets the win clean. He beat Rey Mysterio via the curb stomp. So Rey was going to go for the patented frog splash. Then Austin Theory knocked Rey Mysterio off the ring apron. And then he hit the stomp in the corner for the 1, 2, 3. And he wins his first match back. So this is good. This is off to a really good start for Austin Theory. Hopefully, Austin Theory can get himself over. I think he will be able to. We just have to hope that Triple H can get his head out of his ass and actually use Austin Theory. Clearly, next year, they've got to go younger with the talent that they're pushing. Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, Oba Femi, Ricky Saints, even though Ricky Saints is in his mid-30s. He's still fairly new to the scene, obviously. But we need fresh faces and stuff next year. We've got to have it. So I'm going to give this some grace. And I'm going to give this time to develop. If this thing has not developed by, I would say, WrestleMania, then I'm done with this. But I think Austin Theory can get himself over He did get a little reaction last week. It's fine. Now, I'm interested in seeing what happens on the 5th, on January 5th. They're going to have to do something with Ricky Sainz. So Ricky Sainz should make his Raw debut on the first Raw of the new year. It needs to happen because Ricky Sainz doesn't need to be in NXT too long. I think if you add him in the Vision, it's fine because your veterans are going to be Ricky and Bronson Reed. Your new guys, Logan Paul, Brian Breaker, Austin Theory, right? So, we'll have to wait and see how things play out, I guess. Raw was, like I say, boring. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure Raw is going to be taped for next week also. I doubt if it'll be live. So we'll have to wait and see how shit plays out. But it was okay for the most part, but it could have been better. But at least we got Austin Theory's explanation as to why he, has aligned himself with the Division. That's fine. Hopefully he'll expound on that more on the first Raw of the new year on Netflix. So there's that. But what did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Peace.